But at this time, the moving average was kind of flat. Okay, we didn't have that momentum. But as soon as we started getting that momentum lower, we want to switch our focus to the RSI. We wait for a dip above and then back below. And that point where it dips back below, that's our entry right there. We enter short. And there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, straight, huge drop. It went from, you know, the 85-ish level down to 78.41. So a very nice move there. Here's another example on Baidu. And you see how if you're looking for momentum and trend with the cloud and a slope in that 20, you can see how easy it is to pick out the areas where you want to be trading. So when you're in here during this long period of consolidation, you don't care about that. Okay? You don't need to look at that. When you get a situation like this, especially when you're coming out of the cloud above it with that slope in the 20, it's very powerful. Okay? So then once you have that slope in the 20 and the price bars and the moving average clear the cloud, then you're looking for a dip, right? A move in the RSI to below the 50 and back above, and you get that right in here, okay? Right in here, and look what happens, right? Boom, there she goes. So, I mean, it works really, really well. Here's MasterCard, same thing. Look back here. See, here's this long period of sideways consolidation, okay? You want to ignore, but when you get a period like this where it's so clear what the trend is, okay? You have the cloud telling you what it is, you have the bars and the moving average above, and you have a significant slope in here, okay? Then you wait for this pullback right in here, that move back above the 50 line in the RSI, and look at that move. There she goes again. So, and it doesn't matter, again, the price level of the stocks. You know, I've shown you from a $25 stock here, $108 on Johnson & Johnson. Here's Tesla, $259. Look at this period here, right? We move from below the cloud to above with that slope. So we have momentum on our side. And it's a matter of just waiting for a retracement to get a better price. And look at the RSI. Now, this is a great example because I do want to mention, as long as the RSI comes back to touch that level, as long as it hits that level of 50 and bounces, that's fine as well, okay? So there's your entry is on this bar right here. And look what happens. How easy is that to manage? So now, again, I was wanting to mention how well it works regardless of the price level. In a moment, I'll ask you to throw out a symbol too. You can test me on it. Let me show you Forex. I know we had a bunch of Forex traders on here as well. It works the exact same way. Here's the Aussie CAD, Australian Canadian dollar pair. And again, look at that slope on the 20 coming from below the cloud to above, right? When the bars and the moving average clear that cloud to the upside with that slope, all you're doing is waiting for a pullback. And here it is. You get that pullback and a move back above, okay? And there you go, right in here, okay? This one did a little double dip. You could have doubled up there if you wanted to, if you're aggressive, and off she goes. Here's another example on the EuroCAD. See, this is beautiful. When you get a pair like this, I mean, you can clearly tell what the trend is either way at any time. And then you're just waiting for those pullbacks, and when you get those crosses back above the 50, there's one there, you're in. And if you happen to miss it, you wait for another one. There's another one there, okay? Another one there. Another one there. I mean, there's plenty you can take, okay? Here's the downtrend, same thing. There's your entry, right there to the downside, okay? So this initial move here, okay, we have to give that up to confirm that we have that momentum and trend on our side. At this point, when we got this dip here, this cross below the RSI at this point, the moving average was flat, okay? The bars were still mixed into the cloud here. It wasn't a clear picture. So don't kick yourself for missing that. Just take advantage of the sure bet, which is this. After, when you get that nice orderly retracement, and off it goes, okay? Let me show you a futures contract. Again, it's straightforward technical analysis, nothing changes. Okay, the time frames don't have to change. The settings on your charts, the indicator settings, nothing changes. Whether you're switching from futures to Forex to stocks, it doesn't matter. Here's crude oil. Look at this dip on crude oil that we've had recently, this dramatic drop. Now look at this. When we were above the cloud, the bars came below, okay, retested that cloud successfully, and then started dropping. But what was happening here? Look at the slope on the moving average. It was already telling us what was happening. We had momentum on our side. So here we got the RSI moving above and then dipping back below. And the first dip was kind of cloudy because the bars were still in the cloud, so you could ignore that. Even the second, but the third dip right here, there was an entry, and you would have caught that full move even there. But had you waited for more clarity, you would have had another opportunity to get in right here, okay? You would have had another one right here, and even another one right here. There. So, and this last one, I mean, you'd still be in that trade. Look at that. And that was from, let's call it the 90-91 level, and it's currently at 74. So it's huge. It's huge. So now I do want to get to a couple of questions, but let me just get back to my slides, and I just want to recap what I've showed you here. So what I've showed you today, because our time is limited, is a system that will work on any market, stock, options, futures, Forex. It really doesn't matter, any time frame, any price level. Okay, it's very simple to spot on any chart, and you can use it as a standalone system or as a great complement to any system you're trading with now. As you saw, it tends to move in your favor immediately, and the majority of the trades that don't work out are not even losers, they're just negated trades. We have specific rules wrapped around how to avoid that by using a specific level of the stop loss. Now, what time is it, Raul? I think we're running out of time. We have about 10 minutes. Let me just tell you that what I've shown you today is just the basic system. Now, you saw it's good enough to use as is, but there are ways to make this even stronger, and I'd love to show you everything. Unfortunately, I don't have a couple of hours with you today, but we do have a pro class for our winning momentum strategy coming up on Thursday, December 4th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The event will be recorded, so if that date doesn't work for you or that time, we will send you a recording right after the event. What I'm going to be showing you that day, I'm going to be teaching this class, and not only am I going to show you the full system from start to finish, including entries, stop losses, exits, the whole gamut, I'm going to show you a very unique way of using support and resistance that will really increase the accuracy of this. It's something I've seen very, very few traders use. You really don't want to miss it. The other thing is, I'm going to show you how you can really leverage this system using options. I noticed earlier when I asked the poll question, there were many of you trading options, and you can really leverage this system with options. I'm also going to do a full scan that day with you, looking for real-time trades, so we can walk away from that class, not only knowing how to trade this, but with some trades to put on in the coming week, okay? And a bonus I'm throwing in there is a class that we normally teach as a separate class on its own, which is the a full class on the Ichimoku Kinkenhoi cloud, okay, indicator. So if you choose to add the other lines in for that cloud, you can do so as well, and that will improve the system even more. So the link for this, all you have to do is go to tradingwins.com/invest, and what you're going to get when you sign up is you're going to get a ticket to the live class, again, December 4th, which will be recorded. We're also going to give you a complimentary invite to one of our coaching mastermind sessions. These are private coaching sessions that I hold with 10 traders at a time. And the whole goal of this is for me to coach and mentor you and take your trading to the next level. We meet once a week for 2 hours, so 4 sessions a month. All of them are recorded, and so you can slowly build a library of reference material to refer back to. They're great sessions, and you'll get a complimentary invite to one of those. Also, we're going to throw in a 30-day membership to our pro service. At Trading Wins, what we do is we send out nightly videos from Sunday to Thursday each week, where we recap the day's action in the markets. We look forward to what we can expect in the markets. We also review our existing trades and highlight new trades that myself and the other traders here at Trading Wins are putting on. And the real benefit there is, while I go through those videos, there's a number of things I see on the charts from a technical analysis perspective that I will bring up and teach you through those videos. And not only are we sharing trades from this system on those videos, but all the other systems that we trade with here at Trading Wins, okay? And you will also receive real-time trade alerts with this as well. Now, altogether, it's a $941 value, but for anyone on this webinar today, all we're going to ask is $97, okay? Again, the link is tradingwins.com/invest. We do have to limit the class to 25 people. The class is scheduled for 2 hours. It typically goes closer to 3. And in order for us to answer everyone's question, we really do need to limit the class size, okay? Now, if any of you have any quick questions, I'm not sure how much time we have left. I'll try to answer them all. Okay, I'm going to bring in Raul, our coaching coordinator. He's going to help me read off the questions. I noticed there's quite a few, and I'll even bring back my live chart so we can look at a few symbols.
There are quite a few, Vince. Thanks for bringing me in. Kind of getting into our command center settled in here in Las Vegas. Nikki's asking, is there an alternative to the cloud? My trading platform does not offer it.
You know what? You can trade without it, actually, if you truly want. The one thing I would say, let me switch back to my charts and show you. I mean, there are many trend indicators you can use, but really that slope in the 20-period moving average is crucial. So the way you can look at this is you can put a longer term moving average on there. For example, the 50-period moving average, and if price and the 20 are above the 50, then consider that an uptrend, and if both of those are below the 50, then a downtrend. Because really, the key here is the slope in that 20. Okay, so once you're below that 50, and you have that slope, you're going to get the similar setups here, because the entries are defined by the RSI themselves, and the RSI is not going to change whether you have the cloud on your chart or not.
Since you have your charts open, David wanted to know about Google.
Sure, let's have a look at Google. So again, Google, once we're above that cloud here, and you have that beautiful slope, you're looking for those pullbacks. There's one right here. Okay, there's an entry right there on Google, and off it goes. That momentum at your back is really what you're looking for. Once it dips back, let's say you were trailing your stop along here, and I mean, this went from about 539 or 540 level, okay, on the first move up to about 584. But let's say you had been trailing your stops along these new pivot lows here, and you had your stop at around the 560 mark. You would have been stopped out here, so you would have made a very nice profit, taking you from the 539 area to the 560 area on the first move. And then, once you dip below, whether you got stopped out or not, you have another entry right here. Okay? So you can either add to your position there, you can, if you had stopped out, you can re-enter. Either way, it works really, really well. And you can see here, this was around June, July in Google, where we had that strong momentum moving from below to above the cloud. Then we wait for that retracement, and here it is, it's right in here. And what do we see down here? We see that double dip, right? There you go. And excuse me, and there's your entry, which is right here. Okay, so that's cool.
I want to say thank you to Ed, Kirby, Sharon, Richard, and Samira for signing up. Thank you, appreciate it. We're looking forward to seeing you on that Thursday. Thomas was having some trouble logging in or getting to the order form. It's tradingwinds.com /invest.
Invest. I'm going to bring that up for you so you can. There's the link right there. Tradingwinds.com /invest. Again, this is what we're going to teach at the pro class. We're going to give you the full system from start to finish, exits included. I'm going to show you how to eliminate most of your losses with an additional entry rule. I'm going to show you a very unique way of using support and resistance to really increase the accuracy. All you option traders, we're going to talk about how to really leverage this with options. And we're going to do a full scan together so that we can all walk away with trades for the coming week. And I'm going to throw in the full course that we teach on the Ichimoku Cloud as well.
Tara's asking how quickly after she orders will she get the recording of the previous session?
Most of our staff are here in Las Vegas for our super conference event, so we'll do our best to get that out as quick as possible. We should be able to get that out to you in, I'm hoping 24 hours or so, at most 48 hours.
I think the guys have set it up so that it might even be automatic now.
Oh, okay.
Next half hour.
Oh, so you'll get it within 30 minutes of signing up. Okay.
Most popular question today, you want to guess?
Symbol or question?
No, question.
Question.
We talked a little bit about exits. I know we'll go through that in detail in the
yeah, and the reason I can't show you here is because it just takes too much time. During this class, I'm actually going to show you 5 different exit strategies that we use, but one main one that myself and the traders here have been using for quite some time. So it's going to take some time for me to show you exactly what that is.
Aiden's asking if you can use this on hourly or 4-hour charts.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, it works on any time frame, any market, and any exchange as well. If you trade on, the Australian exchanges or over in Asia, it really doesn't matter. It's technical analysis. That's what matters.
Rosa is asking, when using the system for intraday, what time chart would you use, and do you vary the indicator settings?
No, you never vary the indicator settings, regardless of the time frame. They always remain the same. But the time frames that work extremely well are the 15-minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour works extremely well as well.
A couple of people asking about GoPro.
GoPro.
It's a relatively new company. These are harder, are they not?
It is. Yeah, because there's not as much history. But let's see. Let's see what the chart looks like here. So, yeah. Now you see, GoPro. There's very little history, and this is why the bars are so spread out. And unfortunately, it went up so strongly here after its initial release that we were waiting for some kind of pullback, but we never did get it. Okay, what we did get was a bit of a dip here. It actually extended, went a little too far, and came back up. But you can see the 20 was flattening out at that point. We had lost that momentum at that point. Okay, and when it dipped again and crossed back above, now momentum was completely against us. Okay, so what it looks like on GoPro, we should be getting a chance to enter this very soon, because it looks like it's holding this retest of the cloud here, and it's bouncing back above. And once the 20 moves back above the cloud as well, if it has that slope, then we'll be looking for a retracement and an entry point there. But you can see there isn't even enough history here for the cloud to be drawn in completely. So that's why you can't really look at these until they've been around for a while.
Samir, who just recently signed up, he's asking an interesting question. He got an email from us saying that you're registered for the November 8th setting. Don't worry about that. We just hadn't transferred that webinar over. You will be registered for the December 4th session.
And again, you're going to receive within about 30 minutes a recording of the last live class that we did. And the reason we want to send you that as well is not only so you won't have to wait the week or two for the class until December 4th, but so that you can watch it. And if you have any questions, mark those down and come to the live session on December 4th with those questions. We are going to make sure we answer every single one of your questions at the live class. We want to make sure you can walk away from there trading this like a pro. So,
and that's the reason we limit the class to 25. It's not that we're saying, you know, you need to buy now. There are a lot of great speakers coming out.
Exactly, and there's so much material to cover that, you know, that's why it typically goes well over the 2-hour mark. And that is why we record it and send you that recording as well, even though you've already received one recording. We want you and encourage you to watch that second recording again at least twice over the 2 weeks following the class, just to make sure you didn't miss anything. Okay?
Are you able to do a couple more stock symbols?
Sure, I can.
Can we do REGN?
REGN. Sure. Again, you can see down here, this was in early February of this year. It moved from below the cloud to above and retested this cloud, but it did so on the back of this slope higher on the 20. You can see we already had momentum on our back. So what we wait for is that pullback, and not only did we get it, we even got that double dip pattern here. I'll show you right in here on the RSI. There's that double dip. Okay, so the entry point would have been right in here, and it just took off immediately, right? And then same thing here. Okay, that slope and your entry. Okay.
I want to say thank you to Nathan, Tarek, Donnie, Gary, Rick for signing up. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your business. We're looking forward to seeing you on the 4th. John's asking if you can quickly recap the offer again.
Sure.
We have 1 minute left. I'm sorry to rush you.
Okay. No, not a problem. Again, the class is December the 4th, 7 p.m. The link is tradingwins.com/invest. That day I'm going to show you the full, complete system from start to finish, along with a very unique way of plotting support and resistance on your chart to help you really increase the accuracy of this. And I'm going to show you how to trade it with options and really leverage this. I'm going to give you the full Ichimoku Cloud class that we normally teach. That's a $297 value. And the second half of that class, we're going to do a scan together, a real-time scan, to find trades setting up that following week so we can all make money from this. Again, the offer that we have is just $97, okay? $97, and that will give you all of this, tradingwins.com/invest.
A couple of people are asking if they can order by phone. Absolutely. It's 1-888-574-2426. The guys here, like I said, they are running around getting everything set up for the super conference, but they will do their best to answer. If they don't, please leave a message. I want to say a very special thanks to Reed and the rest of the group at Investor Inspiration. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. We're privileged to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, and on that note, I really hope you can join us on the 4th, but on that note, I will pass it back to Reed.